This is the Galactic Emperor of the Universe. I'm here to tell you all to subscribe to UnrealEntGaming and remember to turn on notifications. You will be the first to know all about the latest Dragon Ball news and information.
Oh, did you say UnrealEntGaming? Oh, I love his channel.
God damn it, Zelbon, stop rubbing your nipples and get back to bed!
The Tournament of Power has now officially begun, with each representing universe having to step forward in the world of Void and having to engage against the other competing universes in their chance of survival, and having that be reflected onto the Universe 7 team. The Supreme Kai actually came up with a viable plan and executing accordingly and seeing if everyone can cooperate in fighting as a cohesive unit. As Supreme Kai has stated in Dragon Ball Super episode 96, beginning with Gohan having to say, and I quote, "We've had our issues in the past," with the Supreme Kai Shin having to follow by saying the Tournament of Power is a battle royal between 8 teams from 8 universes. In the beginning, stick together and save your stamina. Fight together when an enemy approaches. Don't focus on fighting alone. For a single enemy, fight with 2. For 2, fight with 3, with Vegeta having to follow by saying, "We Saiyans are a proud warrior race, we don't rely on numbers to fight," with Piccolo later having to say Goku and Vegeta are Saiyans to the core, they're looking forward to this fight, and Gohan having to reply by saying, "Let's take command and encourage them to play," with Beerus having to finish up by saying, "Anyways, no selfish behavior, got it?" And what indicates Supreme Kai's plans goes as follows: if you're going to fight one person, fight them with 2. If you're going to fight 2 people, fight them with 3. It doesn't matter who you fight, as long as you stick with more than just one person, you should be able to handle your own. Don't deplete your stamina and don't drain yourself early, otherwise you will be eliminated, which is why Supreme Kai stated, stick together and conserve your stamina, which stamina is going to be a key factor, especially after having to learn the new rules that were added that involve the maneuver of flight. As stated by Vegeta, we can fly, can't we? With Whis having to state, and I quote, "You probably can't. This place is controlled, so you can't use your skills like flight. You can knock your opponents off the ring, so it's only natural." But of course, for those beings who do bear that of wings, Whis stated, like Earth's birds, they have wings to begin with. Also, for fairness, each warrior will feel the same gravity as their birth planet. Only warriors can't fly. So it looks like the overall usage of flight is disabled, as fighters cannot use the ability to fly in the Tournament of Power, but instead having to naturally combat one another in seeing who can get eliminated first. And with the utilization of teamwork having to be a key factor in winning the Tournament of Power, we do know of several characters who will have a problem doing this, that being Goku, Vegeta, and of course Lord Frieza. And aside from Lord Frieza having to do his own thing, as he barked orders at Goku telling him that he will not comply with whatever Goku says, which tells you that Frieza is going to be the most uncooperative person on the Universe 7 team. But also, with that being said, it looks like the rules are set that once you fall off the ring, it is quoted as saying the fighters will lose, not entirely as a team, but rather the individual as a whole. There is no official confirmation if the fighter will get erased, but more or less being unable to re-enter back into the Tournament of Power after they have fallen off. But the biggest problem in this Tournament of Power thus far is seeing the interactive nature between both Frieza and Vegeta prior to entering the world of Void and competing in the Tournament of Power. Now, one can only assume that indeed these two will not get along, as Frieza will not be defending Vegeta and Vegeta will not be defending Frieza for obvious grudge purposes in their history back on planet Namek and then having to transition back on Earth. But even with that being said, the rules never stated that it is illegal to ring out your own teammate, for reasons being, of course, if the Omni King deems it as being okay, then it is deemed as being okay. Nowhere has it ever stated that you aren't allowed to throw your own teammates out of the ring, although it would not make any sense logically. Of course, looking at it from Universe 7 standpoint, each individual character has history, especially among the 3 between Frieza, Goku, and Vegeta. But as seen by the Supreme Kai Shin, the overall strategy coming from him is being able to sustain your stamina, working in cohesive pairs of 2s to 3s, and never having to fight alone. And as Beerus even said, do not be selfish, otherwise you will deal with him. But I would like to know what you guys think down in the comment section below. What are your overall thoughts on on the strategy having to be to maintain your stamina and having to fight in a pair of 2 to 3 to secure their position and not being ringed out or overwhelmed by the opposing team. What are your overall thoughts on the rules having to state that you are unable to fly in the Tournament of Power? And what are your overall thoughts on Team Universe 7 being one of the only ones to not be able to cooperate with one another despite their universe having to be on the line? What do you think their motives are as individuals and as a team? Thank you guys for watching. As always, if you guys are hyped that the Tournament of Power is officially beginning, go on ahead and slap a like on the video. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to go on ahead and punch that subscribe button for more Dragon Ball daily content on the channel. Tune back in for more. Again, the rules are a little silly, and the idea that flight is not allowed. Again, we don't know any additional information in terms of time utilization, if time does seem to pass on by, because if it does, then Hit should not have any problems in using his Toki Tobashi time skip technique on his opponents. But again, as we continue in the Tournament of Power, these are the official rules, and in what concerns Universe number 7, that is the official strategy in trying to sustain the order in which Gohan is planning on executing his plan during Dragon Ball Super episode 97. So thank you all for watching, guys. Once again, tune back in for more, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below. Have a great day, guys. Peace.